common right now to find somebody who has paid maybe $60,000 or $65,000 for a very high-end pickup truck. Well, even the average pickup truck now is going to be crossing over that $50,000 barrier.
Right now, dealers in select U.S. states are offering 14 pickup trucks with discounts that seem too good to be true. $10,000 rebates, 0% financing, even lifetime warranties. But are these real opportunities or warning signs in disguise? Stick around, knowing the difference could save you thousands. Nissan Titan, the ghost of discontinued dreams. Something broke across America's truck landscape, and dealerships responded not with optimism, but with urgency. From Fresno to Minneapolis, once respected pickups now sit untouched, surrounded by five-figure discounts and bundled warranty offers that feel more like damage control than opportunity. This full-size truck had built a reputation on simplicity and strength. Its 5,600 cubic centimeter V8 engine delivered plenty of power, while the straightforward pricing and extended warranty coverage earned loyalty among construction workers and rural families. People trusted its purpose and its predictability. Then, in the year 2023, the factory line stopped. Without warning, production ceased, and confidence evaporated. Cities like Atlanta, Georgia, and Columbus, Ohio, saw showroom inventory pile up as buyers hesitated. The fear was not about performance, it was about abandonment. What good is a dependable truck if the company behind it has already walked away? Dealerships across both states scrambled to compensate. Offers now include rebates exceeding $5,000 United States dollars, lifetime powertrain protection, prepaid service plans, and even registration assistance programs. Desperation is on full display. Still, something lingers in the air: uncertainty. No amount of financial incentive can fully erase the risk of buying into a product line with no future. And now a different vehicle faces a similar problem, not because it was discontinued, but because it never fully convinced buyers of what it actually was. Honda Ridgeline, the confused crossover catastrophe. A new idea promised to reshape pickup expectations by blending comfort with practicality. Unibody construction brought smoother highway performance, while clever touches like an in-bed trunk system hinted at crossover-like innovation in a truck format. The concept looked smart on paper. It aimed squarely at professionals in suburban environments, those who needed light-duty capability without the rough ride of traditional pickups. By delivering daily driver comfort with occasional hauling power, the formula seemed destined to resonate with a new generation of buyers. In places like Portland, Oregon, and upstate New York, the reality was different. Without traditional body-on-frame construction, the truck failed to earn credibility among drivers who face tough winters and challenging terrain. It lacked the visual and tactile toughness that buyers expect, even if its features could match rivals on spec sheets. Dealers responded with bundled gear packages and creative incentives, rooftop cargo systems, winter tires, and zero down payment offers. Still, the perception stuck. The vehicle felt too much like a crossover pretending to be a truck. Sales never fully recovered from that impression. Buyers don't want ambiguity. They want confidence. And when a truck can't define itself, buyers walk away. The next vehicle avoided confusion altogether, offering a crystal clear identity, but still ran into resistance where it mattered most: price. Hyundai Santa Cruz, the compact identity crisis. An entirely new contender entered the scene with sleek lines, compact proportions, and bold ambitions. Aimed at younger urban customers, it promised the versatility of a small bed with the drivability of a modern sport utility vehicle. Comfort, agility, and turbocharged performance were baked in from the start. This vehicle was never meant to compete with traditional full-size workhorses. Instead, it positioned itself as a smart city option, compact on the outside, clever on the inside, and perfectly suited for weekend adventuring. Its starting price, near $28,750, paired with 281 horsepower, made it seem like a strong value. Yet the numbers told a different story. From 36,675 units in 2023, annual sales dropped to 32,033 in 2024. Meanwhile, a direct competitor captured over 82% of the compact truck segment, outselling this model by more than 4 to 1. The problem came down to economics. Despite premium materials and tech-forward features, the truck could not shake comparisons to its lower-cost rival. Buyers focused on price over refinement, and chose accordingly. Dealers adjusted with long-term financing offers and reduced lease rates to attract urban customers. Marketing shifted toward comfort and in-bed innovation. Yet traction remained elusive. The vehicle's strengths appealed to niche audiences, but its price alienated the broader market. The contrast becomes even sharper when viewed next to its rival, the compact pickup that did everything right, only to create an entirely different challenge. Ford Maverick, the demand paradox problem. An efficient, affordable truck exploded into the market with hybrid drivetrains and real utility. Its entry-level pricing, hovering around $25,000, paired with city fuel economy above 42 miles per gallon, redefined what small trucks could be. Recognition poured in, with national awards validating what consumers already knew. Yet success brought strange consequences. Buyers flooded dealerships with orders, but production at the Hermosillo assembly plant in Mexico could not keep up. Supply lagged behind demand. Multiple times the manufacturer paused, ordering entirely just to catch up. Even so, recent data revealed an unusual twist. Sales declined 20% in the fourth quarter of 2024. Not because buyers lost interest, but because they could not get their hands on one. The vehicle became a paradox, highly desired, critically acclaimed, and increasingly rare. Unlike models burdened with excess inventory, this compact truck created scarcity. Dealerships did not offer discounts. Instead, they added markup fees, pushing actual prices well above the manufacturer's suggested retail figure. What began as an affordable workhorse evolved into a premium-priced scarcity item. No major incentives exist today. Aside from targeted lease programs, employee pricing offers specifically exclude high-demand trims. Buyers often face long wait times and fluctuating price points depending on region. This truck's journey proves that execution matters. When affordability, efficiency, and usability converge, buyers respond. The only challenge left is fulfilling that demand without alienating the very customers the product was built to serve. Chevrolet Silverado 1500. The stagnation trap. It once stood as a cornerstone of American labor, building its reputation, hauling lumber, towing trailers, and grinding through snowstorms from Midwest industrial sites to Gulf Coast work locations. Its diverse engine lineup ranged from efficient turbocharged four-cylinder options to naturally aspirated 5,300 cubic centimeter V8 power plants, offering genuine choice alongside decades of brand familiarity that made it a family tradition. Unfortunately, familiarity calcified into problematic stagnation. Since its last major update in 2019, the Silverado has struggled keeping pace with rapidly evolving rivals, embracing modern technology, refined interiors, and premium ride quality that buyers increasingly expect even from work trucks. Illinois markets, particularly around Chicago, illustrate the problem perfectly. Buyers walk into Chevrolet showrooms expecting modern infotainment systems, soft-touch interior surfaces, and premium ride quality they experience in daily driver cars. Instead, they encounter hard plastic surfaces, dated interface designs feeling several generations behind current technology, and overall interior environments seeming completely out of place in the 2020s. The story repeats in Oklahoma markets. In Tulsa, farmers and contractors who once automatically chose Silverado trucks now question whether the vehicle offers sufficient comfort and refinement to justify steadily rising cost structures. These aren't luxury-seeking buyers, but practical customers spending significant time in vehicles who expect reasonable comfort during long workdays. Chevrolet's Silverado 1500 now tops the list of vehicles receiving substantial cashback offers on leftover inventory. Dealerships throw everything possible at growing problems, including discount programs exceeding $6,000 United States dollars that have become standard rather than exceptional. Many locations bundle complimentary towing packages, prepaid oil change services, and multi-year interest-free financing terms. The challenge extends beyond simple financial incentives. Modern truck buyers aren't just comparing trucks against other trucks anymore. They're comparing entire lifestyle experiences and questioning whether vehicles projecting rugged-only images feel complete in a world increasingly demanding both utility and refinement. Chevrolet's attempt to rebuild customer trust through discounts faces an uphill battle against changing expectations and stronger competition. While the company tries addressing current inventory challenges, the next truck made a far more dramatic leap, that somehow managed to overshoot the entire market. Ford F-150 Lightning, the electric revolution overshoot. Ford's electric truck arrived as nothing less than revolution on wheels, promising to completely redefine American utility with zero tailpipe emissions and lightning-fast acceleration, bridging traditional truck values with environmental responsibility. The specifications seemed too good to be true. Up to 580 horsepower, 775 pound-feet of torque, and towing capacity exceeding 10,000 pounds. Ford positioned the Lightning as the perfect solution for buyers wanting traditional truck capability without environmental guilt or fuel costs. The electric powertrain promised power without pollution, strength without sound, and an entirely new future where full-size trucks could be both environmentally responsible and genuinely capable. Reality began breaking that optimistic illusion as deliveries ramped up and real-world usage revealed significant gaps between marketing promises and practical performance. Buyers in California and Nevada, where early Lightning orders spiked due to environmental consciousness and state incentives, soon faced harsh truths about electric truck limitations under actual working conditions. Sacramento customers expecting range parity with gasoline-powered rivals discovered that the Lightning's battery drained with alarming rapidity under even moderate towing conditions. Las Vegas owners learned that summer heat combined with freeway speeds caused dramatic performance drops, making long-distance travel impractical. Advertised ranges of over 320 miles quickly dropped to nearly 160 miles when cargo occupied the bed or trailers were attached. The price problem compounded range anxiety issues significantly. Fully loaded Lightning trims crossed the $100,000 threshold easily, placing them far beyond what most families or small businesses could justify, even with federal tax credits reducing initial purchase prices. Ford now expects the Lightning to see another substantial price drop during early 2025. As the company works desperately to boost lagging sales and compete against newer electric truck offerings. Dealers currently offer $15,000 rebates, complimentary home charging station installations, and lease forgiveness programs, just to prevent inventory from accumulating indefinitely. Some locations provide energy cost rebates through partnerships with local utility companies to help offset charging expenses and demonstrate long-term savings potential. Yet federal tax credits prove insufficient for justifying purchase mathematics that most potential buyers face when comparing electric trucks against conventional alternatives. The Lightning struggle reveals what happens when manufacturers overload trucks with expensive technology that alienates traditional buyers rather than attracting them. The next vehicle demonstrates what happens when manufacturers take the opposite approach, leaning too heavily on past success while forgetting to update anything meaningful. Ram 1500 Classic. The outdated holdover dilemma. It was never supposed to still exist by 2025. Originally kept as a budget-friendly alternative after the launch of the completely redesigned Ram 1500 in 2019, the Classic offered familiar features, straightforward design, and respectable engine choices including a 3,650 cubic centimeter V6 and optional 5,700 cubic centimeter V8. The Classic initially seemed like smart strategic thinking for buyers prioritizing basic utility and affordable pricing over advanced technology and luxury appointments. It provided clear value propositions for customers wanting proven truck capability without paying premium prices for features they might never use. Year after year, however, the Classic simply stayed in production while the automotive world evolved rapidly around it. What felt like clever holdover strategy gradually transformed into embarrassing reminders of how quickly vehicles become obsolete when development stops entirely. Texas markets, especially around Houston and Pennsylvania regions, including Pittsburgh, now showcase buyers finding the Classic increasingly difficult to justify against contemporary alternatives. Step inside any Classic model, and the experience feels like entering an automotive time capsule from a previous decade. Hard plastic surfaces dominate every interior surface, creating environments feeling cheap and unfinished compared to current standards. Infotainment screen technology feels at least 2 complete generations behind current expectations, while basic controls lack refinement and precision found in modern economy cars, let alone competitive trucks. The Classic may accomplish basic transportation, and hauling tasks adequately, but it no longer feels competitive against alternatives offering similar capability with significantly better execution. With the all-new Ram 1500 arriving throughout 2025, the outgoing classic model has become prime material for clearance pricing strategies. Dealers are cutting prices by more than $7,500 United States dollars in desperate attempts to clear accumulated stock and make room for contemporary replacements. Bundled offers now include extended warranty coverage, accessory upgrade packages, and multi-year maintenance plans. But even these generous additions often prove insufficient to overcome fundamental obsolescence. The market has evolved beyond simple transportation and basic capability, embracing technology integration, comfort, and refinement as baseline expectations. The Classic feels like it missed the last train to relevance, representing everything wrong with standing still while competitors advance. The next truck proves that even flashy updates and major investments mean nothing if pricing climbs beyond what target customers can afford. Chevrolet Colorado, the price positioning disaster. The redesigned model launched with bold styling, off-road upgrades, and impressive specs aimed at younger drivers and cost-conscious contractors. With a turbocharged 2,700 cubic centimeter engine delivering 310 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque, it looked ready to lead the midsize segment. But reality hit hard at dealerships in Utah and Florida. Entry-level pricing came in far higher than expected, often rivaling full-size trucks. Buyers in Salt Lake City and Tampa liked the design and performance, but walked away when they saw the price. Compared to the Ford Ranger or Toyota Tacoma, the Colorado felt overpriced for what it offered. Dealers responded quickly, slashing prices by up to $5,000 United States dollars, adding free towing packages, roof rails, and low-interest financing. These incentives became routine, not special deals. Despite strong mechanical fundamentals, the perception of poor value stuck. Buyers weren't convinced the upgrades justified the cost, and many simply chose larger trucks for the same money. The Colorado didn't fail because it lacked power, failed because it misread its market. And the next truck proves that even waiting too long to change can be just as damaging. Nissan Frontier, the decade delay. Consequence: durability was its strongest selling point throughout its extended production run. Known industry-wide for tank-like construction, simple mechanical systems, and legendary reputation for absorbing punishment without complaint, the Frontier served as a loyal work companion for buyers valuing proven toughness over technological sophistication. The Frontier maintained the same reliable, no-nonsense platform approach throughout more than a decade of production, specifically targeting truck owners who wanted dependable mid-size haulers without unnecessary frills, complex electronics, or maintenance-intensive features. This old-school engineering philosophy earned dedicated fans among contractors, outdoor enthusiasts, and value-minded families. That traditional strength ultimately became the Frontier's critical downfall when market expectations evolved faster than Nissan's development timeline. The company waited more than 10 complete years before implementing comprehensive redesign, and by the time significant updates finally arrived in 2022, the broader midsize truck market had already moved decisively toward higher expectations for refinement, technology integration, and overall sophistication. Buyers in Charlotte, North Carolina, and St. Louis, Missouri walked into Nissan dealerships expecting meaningful leaps forward in capability, comfort, and features after such extended development periods. Instead, they encountered trucks that, while refreshed and improved, still felt fundamentally stuck in previous generations, despite new mechanical components, including 3,870 cubic centimeter V6 engines producing 310 horsepower. Interest remains disappointingly lukewarm throughout both regional markets, despite the Frontier's genuine mechanical improvements and proven durability reputation. Dealerships have rolled out comprehensive incentive programs, including 0% interest financing, off-road accessory packages, and extended maintenance plans designed to stimulate buyer interest. Some dealers have bundled roof rack systems, all-terrain tire upgrades, and cash rebates for trade-in vehicles, while others offer comprehensive service packages, extending manufacturer warranty coverage. Unfortunately, none of these efforts seem to generate sustained market traction that Nissan needs to reclaim meaningful mid-size truck market share. The Frontier's capable hardware feels like an automotive relic in a contemporary world, expecting seamless technology integration, refined cabin experiences, and modern convenience features, alongside traditional truck toughness. Nissan's decade-long delay demonstrates how quickly automotive markets can evolve and leave even capable products behind when development stops. GMC Canyon, the badge tax exposure. It was supposed to be the upscale solution in a mid-size market that often prioritizes ruggedness over refinement. Built on the same platform as its Chevrolet sibling, this truck came with the same turbocharged 2,700 cubic centimeter inline four-cylinder engine, producing 310 horsepower and 430 pound-feet of torque. The goal was clear: deliver a premium-feeling vehicle that shared the same backbone, but appealed to a buyer who cared more about subtle design and brand prestige. From exterior styling tweaks to refined cabin finishes, marketers worked to push the narrative of upscale utility. The problem came when buyers began lining both trucks up side by side and realizing that the only real difference was the price. Drivers in Phoenix, Arizona, and Detroit, Michigan quickly caught on. They found the chassis, engine, and towing specs identical, yet one cost between $3,000 and $5,000 United States dollars more than the other. Critics called it badge engineering at its most blatant. The vehicle failed to offer a compelling reason to justify its higher cost. Dealerships responded with aggressive price cuts, slashing prices by over $5,000 United States dollars and bundling in leather seats, grille upgrades, and even maintenance plans to move stagnant inventory. Reputation, once dented, is hard to rebuild. The perception of paying more for the same thing has stuck. As shoppers grow more price-conscious, the premium illusion fades, leaving this mid-size contender exposed. The next vehicle on the list delivers all the grit you could want, but only if you never take it out of the mountains. Jeep Gladiator, the trail capability. Trade-off: off-road lovers thought they had found the Holy Grail, a true adventurer's machine that added hauling capability to legendary trail dominance. From removable doors to folding windshields and heavy-duty Dana 44 axles, it felt tailor-made for deep mud, desert rock, and trailhead detours. Outdoor enthusiasts in Denver, Colorado, and Burlington, Vermont embraced it with open arms. Yet, for all its wilderness appeal, the truck lost something essential the moment it hit smooth pavement. Steering wandered, suspension bounced, interior road noise was constant. On highways and around town, it felt more like an expedition vehicle than a daily commuter. What made it brilliant in the backcountry made it exhausting during morning traffic. This mismatch of mission and use became a hard pill to swallow, especially with price tags reaching above $50,000 United States dollars. In a price bracket where comfort, quiet, and everyday drivability matter, compromises became harder to overlook. To stay competitive, dealers leaned into the trail-first identity, offering rooftop tents, trail kits, and cashback programs aimed at weekend adventurers. Some even outfitted showroom models with winches and lift kits to sell the dream more convincingly. Still, most Americans drive on pavement, and when a truck only excels in the woods but underwhelms on the road, it narrows its audience fast. The following entry doesn't suffer from such extremes, but it stumbles into a different kind of trap entirely. Toyota Tundra, the reliability trap that turned on its owner. For years, this truck has earned huge respect for its durability, simplicity, and no-nonsense design. It wasn't flashy, but it rarely failed. Then came the full redesign in the year 2022, replacing the dependable 5,700 cubic centimeter V8 with a 3,400 cubic centimeter twin-turbo V6 and optional hybrid assist. On paper, the changes promised more power and better mileage. In practice, loyal buyers in places like Boise and Lexington found the new Tundra overly complex, software-heavy, and plagued by early reliability issues. Reports of hybrid battery faults and electronic glitches began to surface, especially in colder climates. Dealers tried to win back trust with loyalty bonuses, extended powertrain warranties, and trade-in incentives, but the damage was done. What was once Toyota's most dependable full-size truck now feels like a gamble. And while the Tundra lost buyers by overcomplicating things, the next truck struggled for the opposite reason. It never gave shoppers a clear reason to pick it at all. Ford Ranger, the squeeze-middle syndrome. positioned carefully between a compact workhorse and a full-size powerhouse. This midsize entry aimed to be the perfect in-betweener, with a turbocharged 2,300 cubic centimeter inline four-cylinder engine producing 270 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque. It promised usable power in a smaller footprint. The idea was to give drivers a truck that could handle weekend tasks and city driving equally well, more capable than the smallest option, less bulky than the largest. At first glance, it looked like a smart compromise, but compromise was exactly what sank it. In Tucson, Arizona, buyers flocked to the smaller, cheaper model for its outstanding fuel economy and unbeatable pricing. Meanwhile, in Indianapolis, Indiana, drivers needing muscle went straight for the larger full-size workhorse. Caught between them, this truck failed to give buyers a strong reason to choose it. The in-between status turned into a marketing no man's land. Dealerships tried to sweeten the deal with trailer bundles, tire kits, infotainment upgrades, and 72-month interest-free loans. It wasn't enough. People buying trucks want clarity, small and smart, or big and powerful. This one was neither. The middle ground crumbled beneath it, proving that without a sharp identity, even solid engineering can fade into the background. The final vehicle on this list does not suffer from unclear branding. It suffers from leaving its core buyers behind. Ford F-150, the crown-slipping crisis. America's most trusted truck became a symbol, not just of hauling power, but of national identity. With its endless trim options, dependable performance, and reputation for durability, it dominated driveways and job sites across the country for more than 4 decades. It once stood for working-class strength, an honest tool for everyday Americans. From Cleveland, Ohio to Fresno, California, generations of loyalists passed it down like a badge of honor. Farmers, contractors, and families alike leaned on it without question. Then came the pivot. As premium features became the focus, prices climbed sharply. Today, high-spec versions can cost over $100,000 United States dollars. That kind of pricing pushed out the very people who made it great. XLT and Lariat trims, once considered attainable, now feel out of reach. The shift toward complexity and luxury has confused traditional buyers, leaving them feeling forgotten. While the badge remains, its meaning has changed. Dealers across multiple states are scrambling, offering discounts of over $10,000 United States dollars, loyalty bonuses, extended maintenance, and lease forgiveness programs to regain lost ground. The effort reveals something deeper, a fracture in trust. When a legacy product begins needing fire sale pricing to stay relevant, the signal is unmistakable. It is not just about one brand or one model. It is about an industry losing sight of what built it and who it was built for. These trucks reveal more than sales problems. They expose how badly manufacturers misread real buyers. Are these just short-term missteps or permanent shifts in truck culture? Let us know in the comments what you think. Thanks for watching.